The front of the Titanic sits upright on the seabed, almost proud. But its back half is 600 meters away, ripped into unrecognizable scrap. The two halves of the same ship landed in shockingly different condition. One graceful, one destroyed. So what actually happened to the Titanic's back half? The answer is stranger than the sinking itself. Most people picture the Titanic sliding under the waves in one smooth piece. That's not what happened. As the flooded bow dragged downward, the stern lifted high into the freezing night air. The ship was never designed to hang at that angle. The steel simply couldn't take the strain. Somewhere near the surface, with a groan of tearing metal, the Titanic broke clean in two. The bow, already full of water, glided down almost gently, planing through the sea like a slow airplane. That smooth ride is why the front half landed mostly intact, still looking like a ship. But the stern had a completely different fate. When it broke free, the back half was still full of trapped air, and it bobbed on the surface for a moment. Then it flooded fast and began to sink almost straight down, spinning as it went. But that's not even the strangest part. As the stern plunged, the air trapped inside was crushed by the rising water pressure. That pressure built until the structure essentially exploded outward from the inside. Decks pancaked, walls blew apart, and pieces rained across the ocean floor. By the time it hit the bottom, 2.5 miles down, the stern was barely recognizable. That's why the back half looks like a chaotic scrapyard while the bow still looks like a ship. The two halves came to rest about 600 meters apart, a field of debris scattered between them. Plates, boilers, and pieces of the hull lie strewn across the seabed like a slow-motion explosion frozen in time. And here's the detail that surprises people most. The graceful, upright bow is the part in every famous photo. The stern is rarely shown at all. Not because it's hidden, but because it's so mangled it's hard to even tell what you're looking at. Both halves are now slowly being eaten by rust-feeding bacteria, forming icicle-like growths on the steel. Scientists estimate the wreck may collapse into the seafloor entirely within a few decades. So the ocean is quietly finishing what that night in 1912 started. The strange tale of the two halves tells us exactly how the ship died, in a way the history books often skip. The gentle bow, the shattered stern, and the debris between them are a frozen record of its final minutes. The next time you see that famous upright bow, remember there's a whole other half out there telling the rest of the story. Did you know the Titanic broke in half before it sank? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe to BrainBites for more.